It's like learning your way home from a different way. Look kind of familiar, but I ain't never been this way before.
Slow down.
Let's go.
Grab the wall. Wiggle like you're trying to make your ass fall off.
I put a bit there. Say something?
Huh?
Say something.
Something.
What you eating?
Crab fried rice, this shit crazy.
And what we about to do today?
We're gonna make a beat on the iPad. Yes, sir.
We're gonna have to run that back.
Huh?
Take two, we're gonna have to run that back.
This shit that's doing that? Watch the sound through speakers. Okay. I got, oh, okay, I see it now. Oh, I didn't even cut this on. Drums. This is actually pretty tight. My speakers is speaking.
Arrange your song from individual clips you create. Tap the Add Channel button and choose Drums. Select a drum template. This is the drum sequencer. The lanes correspond to different drum sounds. Press play to hear your beat.
Okay.
Tap a clip to select it. Drag the handle to extend and repeat the drum sequence. Tap here to choose a preset for this effect.
God, they thought
Or
about
tweak
this shit.
settings yourself to exactly what you need.
What would you say is like the most challenging part of this?
It being on an iPad, and it's not like the same layout as the desktop version of FL Studio. It's like learning your way home from a different way. Look kind of familiar, but I ain't never been this way before. I wanna see if... I can't, oh, there you go. Oh, wait, what the fuck?
What's the inspo behind today's track?
I don't know, I just kind of like let it flow. I don't really have a plan. Shoot, whatever, I'll hear something like tight or something I could just grab and make my foundation, then I'll just build off that. I'm making this on FL Mobile. looking, so
What happened?
it got auto duck on here. Sidechain the kick to the sub and have every time the kick hits, read in the sub's channel, and then this auto duck will read the kick and then duck the sub so you can hear the kick more, because the bass and the kick, they like live in the same frequency range, so they'll interrupt and just end up being distorted sometimes. So yeah, so separate them. Just think of two people trying to get in the door that don't fit. The auto duck is basically like grabbing one of the people and putting them behind the other one so they both can go inside. You know what I'm saying? Like basically an organizer. No, you don't get it? Okay.
No, it's cool.
Okay.
I don't need to get this. Yeah.
All right. That nigga said no.
It's cool, bro.
All right.
I just wanted to, like, for the people watching, if they get it,
Yeah,
you
funny.
feel me? Like people who master level, bro.
I mean,
I don't
shit.
get it.
I was trying to make it because some people might not get it. Keep bringing me back. Okay. All right. I could definitely spice it up some more. It's just with me, the way that I would do things is I would get this loop and maybe get another loop or whatever, just to get like some changes for like, you know, character while I'm writing. But I would put this loop down, boom, and then I would write a whole song over it in Pro Tools. Then I would come back to FL Studio with my vocals and then reproduce the whole song in FL Studio. Yeah, like that. People who are very dedicated to recording and their vocals and stuff like that, like singers who are very professional, would have probably like 30 background tracks. Like their lead tracks, then they got like the ad-libs under their tracks, and they got ad-libs for their ad-libs, and then harmonies for those ad-libs. Like, oh my, it's ridiculous. Like, it's a lot that goes into a song.
Like I noticed that, like when you was creating, like you was like really locked in. Like I was like moving stuff around, and it's like you weren't like fazed by like any. I don't know. It just seemed like you were like hyper focused on creating that one thing. Like how do you tap into that, especially when you're like working on something that's like foreign? It makes you feel like low key, like uncomfortable. Like, you still tapped into that energy. It looked like, yeah, at least.
Yeah, definitely. I think just being in the environment of people who don't really understand the music like me, you kind of have to accept it. So when you're trying to study, it's a whole bunch of just people in the house and everybody waiting to record their turn, and you kind of just, over the years, learn how to tune everything else out. And then you gotta really have a love for for the art. And it's just like, you be in love with your girl. You can't even see nobody else except for, it's the same thing with music. It's art. I mean, you can't really compare that, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Compare the love, that makes you attracted to, you know what I mean?